We are back with another type of essay. Let me just... I hope the volume is clear to all of you. Now we are back with another type of essay. The first thing that you must note about this variety of essay is the question itself. Okay, if you read this one carefully, there is one particular keyword in both the questions. Outweigh. Okay. Now let me appeal to your sense of reason. Okay, whenever you come across something in life that deserves a decision to be taken, okay, whenever you want to take a decision, what do? Okay, common sense implies that we weigh both the benefits and the drawbacks of a particular issue, and then we take a decision. Okay, and that decision is usually based or usually taken on the side which is more heavier. Okay, imagine a balance. Imagine a balance like, okay, a weighing scale. Okay, on one side you keep benefits, on the other side you keep drawbacks. Okay, so whenever you are faced with any situation in life, what do? You weigh the benefits and the drawbacks of a particular issue. If the benefits are more, you take that side of the decision. If the drawbacks are more, you take that side of the decision. Okay, common sense teaches us that whichever side is heavier will go down, and whichever side is lighter will go up. Okay, so if a certain or a particular issue has more drawbacks, okay, so then the drawbacks will be heavier and the benefits will be lower or lighter. In that situation, the drawbacks will outweigh the benefits. Okay, if you now read this question carefully, it asks you, do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, so we again come back to the same example with two scales. Okay, on the one side you have advantages, on the other side you have disadvantages. All right, now let's say there are more advantages. Okay, let's say 3, and there are less disadvantages. Let's say they are 2. Okay, so that means the advantages one will be heavier and it will go down, and the disadvantages will be lighter and it will go up. So in this situation, you can say yes, advantages outweigh. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, I'll again repeat. So if there are 3 advantages, okay, and 2 disadvantages, and if you put this on a weighing scale, okay, this is obviously heavier, this will go down, this will go up. So in this situation, you can say yes, advantages outweigh disadvantages. Let's look at another situation. This is a scale again. Okay, you have advantages, you have disadvantages. Now let's say you have 3 disadvantages and you have 2 advantages. In this scenario, the disadvantages are obviously heavier, meaning they will go down, and the advantages are lighter, meaning they will go up. Okay, so in this situation, you can say the disadvantages outweigh the advantages. Okay, now this situation totally depends upon you. Okay, if for a particular topic, if you are able to think more advantages, then you must always go with this one, that advantages outweigh the disadvantages. If the topic is such that you are able to think more disadvantages, then you must go with this one. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. There is one more important concept related to this kind of essay, that is this an opinion based essay or is this a discussion based essay? Okay, now look at this word over here, you. That means it is opinion. Okay, so these sort of questions that ask you whether the advantages outweigh the disadvantages or not, those are opinion based questions, and in the thesis itself you're supposed to write whether you think there are more advantages or there are more disadvantages. Okay, now this could vary depending on the person. Let's take global warming for example. No, there are no advantages of global warming, obviously. Okay, let's take vehicles. Okay, internal combustion engines, cars for example. Okay, more and more people are buying more cars these days to escape the traffic and to navigate the traffic with comfort. So do the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? So some of might think that yes, there are more advantages to having a car, more personalized transport, more comfortable transport, door-to-door transport, and whereas in disadvantages they will only write 2. Okay, so it entirely depends upon you whether you are able to think of more advantages or more disadvantages. Okay, so you will have to write it very clearly. Okay, I have seen students who will not make it clear in the thesis statement whether they think there are more advantages or more disadvantages. Okay, the whole point, and I keep on stressing this again and again in my videos, is the whole point of writing the essay is communication and not flexing or showcasing your intellectual depth or your vocabulary. Alright, so yes, this is an opinion based essay and this is what it means to outweigh. Okay, you are free to choose whichever side you write. Okay, if you think there are more advantages than disadvantages, then you can say advantages outweigh disadvantages. If you think there are more disadvantages, then you can say that disadvantages outweigh the advantages. Whichever side you think that you can write more arguments and more articulate arguments, you must choose that side. Okay, all right, so I hope this is clear. Now in the next video we will write the introduction. Now let us choose which one do we want to write. Many countries aim to improve their living standard by economic development, but some important social values are lost. Okay, many people around the world now take regular international flights. Do the advantages of this trend outweigh the disadvantages? I think I will write the second one because it is the more latest one. Supposedly it came in the year of 2022. This is also another aspect of IELTS essay writing is there are only very limited number of themes upon which they ask or frame those essay questions. It could either be education, environment, and a few of them. Okay, so it helps to have some material ready regarding these topics. All right, so I'm going to write the second one in the upcoming video.